highlight of this AF1 game between Albany and Kentucky. Big matchup, guys. 4-0 Albany, 3-0 Kentucky. This is a big matchup. The last two undefeated teams, and who's going to be undefeated coming out of this is the big storyline. But there are a ton of storylines as we open up this game.
Past players playing for the Firebirds, now in the Kentucky Barrels. Players for the Barrels knowing about this crowd, one of the hottest crowds at AF1, knowing about the history with the Firebirds, a team that rarely ever loses at home, so much going back and forth. And also, let's not forget about how good Albany's been, but they've been tested. It's been a competitive AF1 so far this season. Even a team like Washington put them up against it in the fourth quarter. They'd say in a spot like this, up against their ropes, and Kentucky still remaining undefeated, and they had a thriller in their last game.
We're taking a look at the standings here as Albany and Kentucky atop the league standings. Albany 4-0, coming off of 3 road games in a row. Kentucky off a wild final walk-off finish against Nashville. Both teams undefeated. Both teams were averaging right at about 50 points per game. So, guys, this is offense on offense here. Both of these teams are clicking early in the year.
Yeah, setting the tone early in this game. How many teams' offenses are going to feel like it's their game to win? We mentioned Sam Castronova, a fantastic player. Like, you don't know how quickly you can start. Rest or rust, there's so many great storylines in this.
Gentlemen, welcome.
As we take a look at the players to watch, it's Sam Castronova, the MVP, is back for Albany in the fold. He had been playing for the UFL's Houston Gamblers. He's back, first game this season for the Firebirds, but guys, he's the reigning MVP.
Yes, it's hard to keep him off the field.
Kentucky, you are the
visitors. Talked about the success of Joshua Kalka for the first few games of the season, but when you have a player like that who knows his offense and knows this team, he's got to get the start. He's QB1 tonight.
And for the Kentucky Barrels, it's a familiar face here in Albany. It is receiver Darius Prince. And guys, not much needs to be said about number 6 here for Kentucky.
Whether it's social media, whether it's YouTube, DP to GOAT, multiple seasons across so many different franchises. Albany fans know about his success, a standout season in particular in 2024. And it's his first time back here in the Capital Region. I'm sure after big plays, Capital Region fans will have mixed reactions. Cheering a guy who's helped out the team, but he's playing for the opposing team now when he has success. DP is going to let us know about it as well.
It's Albany, Kentucky, 2 undefeated teams here. It's AF1 football on HTN.
You want soft?
Over the boards he goes.
Wrong building.
It is a touchdown.
This is Arena Football 1. Walls, speed, impact. This game doesn't slow down.
Touchdown, Wolfpack!
It closes in. 8 men, nowhere to run. Hockey speed, football violence. Don't blink, because in here, the ball never dies. Watch Arena Football 1 live all weekend long. AF1.com.
Over the boards he goes.
The moment it happens.
Touchdown, Oregon Lightning.
The hits, the highlights, the news that shakes the league. It's already here. This isn't yesterday's story. This is right now. The AF1.com is your inside line to everything Arena Football 1. the AF1.com. Don't hear about it later.
We are back here, MVP Arena, the site of this game, Albany, Kentucky. Guys, final two AF1 undefeated teams. They're also going to drop the 2025 championship banner at halftime. Players got their championship rings, but it's Aaron Baum to kick it away. And it's off the net, taken by Townsend. A swarm of defenders gets up to about the 6 or 7 yard line, and that's where Albany will start here. Again, welcome to TransFinder Field, MVP Arena. Andrew Santillo, Tom Gazlowski. We are looking forward to this matchup, chock full of storylines, and none bigger than number 2 back under center for Albany, guys.
Sam Castronova back on the team. Time in the UFL, Castronova was wondering if it could be a different spot in his career, but now he returns to an arena and to a team he's very familiar with. He's had so much success, and MVP caliber player now back under center for the Firebirds.
He is under center. That center is Colby Bird, who will snap it to him. Castronova, time, flush to his right, throws it back, and it's off the hands, almost intercepted, as it was Mike Lee, one of those former Firebirds, who got his hands on that football. And so I asked Coach Ware, Sam Castronova playing in his first live game in about a month. He had not played for Houston, had been practicing. Did he expect any rust? Coach Ware said, I don't expect any rust from Sam. Sam is Sam. And we maybe saw a little bit on that first throw, although I'm sure even a veteran quarterback like Castronova has a little bit of nerves taking the snap here for Albany. Takes the snap, flushed out of the pocket. He puts on the wheels, 15, 20, dives under a tackle. It's going to be a first down for Sam Castronova, using his legs, guys, to get out to the 21-yard line.
Andrew, it's one of the things we've been lucky enough to watch, the development of Sam Castronova, the quarterback. A younger Castronova used to never leave the pocket, and slowly but surely we've seen him become more mobile to make plays, to not fear the contact. Nice play by Castronova. Back to the arena game for sure. They're putting his head down and getting a first down.
Give you the starters here on this opening drive in just a second. Up front for the Firebirds, Colby Bird is flanked by Brandon Nicholson and Isaiah Hardy. Castronova again going to keep this one, takes a big hit. Short gain on the play. It's going to bring up second down. Talk about the receivers, guys, for this Albany Firebirds team. They got Dwayne Brown, who he was a AF1 player, offensive player of the year last year, had a tremendous season, 19 catches. Darian Townsend's had a great start to the year. And Isaiah Scott, you may not recognize him out there, guys. He's wearing number 8, usually number 7 here. So he's lined up to the right side here on this 2nd down and 7 for Castronova. Takes the snap, has time, delivers. He's looking down the field. There was some contact on the play, and it's an incomplete pass. It was intended for Dwayne Brown, so it'll be 3rd down.
We mentioned all these storylines in the game of what might happen with the quarterbacks and the coaches. Mike Lease making his name known early in this game. When you practice against the quarterback, when you compete against the quarterback, instincts, timing, that's the second time Kentucky's seen 13, make it a little bit more difficult for Castronova.
Give you the starters here for Kentucky. Joe Golden, Ezekiel Rose, who Albany fans know quite well, is in the middle. Sidney Houston up front on that D-line. Castronova, flush to his right, hangs onto it, throws, pass caught, first down, and it is complete to Darian Townsend. And guys, Townsend, the AF1 Offensive Player of the Week, 5 catches, 91 yards for 3 touchdowns last week at Washington, and he gets open here, and Castronova is able to find him.
He's known for his dance when he gets in the end zone, and Townsend just finding that spot. Castronova, watch him moving the finger too, though. There's the chemistry you see with a quarterback and a wide receiver. When he knows what direction to go, when you're making that movement, when things start to fall apart, shows why those two have been so good for the past few seasons.
So first down for the Firebirds. There's movement up front, and we'll see what the flag is. We'll give you the other starters here as there's hand pointing back and forth here. See what the call is here. from our referee. Just underway, 4 minutes gone by in this first quarter. Albany and Kentucky scoreless. This is the first offensive drive, and it's going to be on the defense, and it's reigning AF1 Defensive Player of the Week, Sydney Houston, who I believe was flagged with that false start, or excuse me, encroachment, as Houston got over the line. He's set up on the right side of the Kentucky D-line. They've also got C. Finau, Jalen Wilson, Jalen Phillips, Mike Lee, and Joe Powell out there for the Barrels. Here's Castronova, flush to his left. He's going to use his legs, and he's going to go all the way for the touchdown. Sam Castronova is in for 6, and Albany is in front 6-0.
When it breaks down, it's time to break out, and Castronova uses those instincts to move out of the pocket. He sees some motion to the left and sees a receiver. Let's just go. Let's get moving. Let's find an end zone again. Well, wait a second there. Boy, that was close at the 1-yard line. Castronova might have been stopped at the 1, but they're going to say it's a touchdown. A little action there. The boards there a little quicker than I thought.
Will Cavanis out to kick the extra point. It is up, and it is good out of the hold of Darian Townsend. And that makes it Albany 7, Kentucky nothing. First score to the Firebirds. We're going to take a break here. Albany leads it 7-0. AF1 football on HTN.
The AF1.com.
Over the boards he goes.
The moment it happens.
Touchdown, Oregon Lightning.
The hits, the highlights, the news that shakes the league. It's already here. This isn't yesterday's story. This is right now. The AF1.com is your inside line to everything Arena Football 1. The AF1.com. Don't hear about it later.
Back here, Albany leading Kentucky 7-0. Guys, all the storylines. Sam Castronova, reigning AF1 MVP. You know about his arm. How about his legs there on that first drive as he caps that with the touchdown run to put Albany in front 7-0.
Mobile in the pocket, making plays, understanding where he has space and where he can make it. And he does it on those plays, but boy, that's close at the goal line there. I thought Castronova may have run out of real estate. Called the touchdown on the field, still has enough room to get it in. Gets the first touchdown and the first points on the board for the home team.
Well, he had 9 total rushing touchdowns a year ago as he went on to the 2025 AF1 MVP. So it's 7-0 Albany, and now Kentucky, and they have a vaunted offense of their own, 50 points per game through their first 3 games. Cavanis lets it fly. It's going to be hauled in right at the back of the boards and taken out. A lot of room as it's Desmond Epps out to the 20-yard line. And Epps, guys, who ended the game a week ago with that pitch he took from Prince, who got it from the quarterback Spencer, went in for the game-winning touchdown. He starts it here with the flurry for the Barrels getting out to the 19-yard line.
It's not the first time you and I have had an opportunity to watch Epps play. I always think about speed when you see him. We almost saw him break off and go the distance for a touchdown. Elusive, quick, all those words to describe Epps when he's got the football in his hands.
Well, Coach Cedric Walker described Desmond Epps as quicker than a hiccup. before the game, and you saw a little bit of that speed on display as it's Shea Spencer throws it out to the far side as it's Darius Prince who makes the catch, and he doesn't need to be introduced to this Albany crowd, guys. Back in 2024, 52 catches, 16 touchdowns. NAL MVP back in 2022. These fans know him quite well, and he got close to a first down.
Let's give love to Darius Prince because he gave love to Albany in between the national anthem and the start of the game. He went into the crowd and was thanking Albany Firebird fans. He gave us a little love as well. That shows the love he has for Albany. So far, so good, and he appreciates all the support over the past few seasons that he got in the capital of New York.
Running on second and short as it's the big man, Noah Batiglieri. Guys, I wouldn't want to be in front of him. 6'4", 330 out of Delaware, and he picks up enough yards for the first down. So it's a first down for Kentucky. Under 9 minutes to go in this first quarter. Spencer drops back, and he is going to be swallowed up and taken down as it was Joseph Morris who swallows up Shea Spencer, and Spencer is sacked. Not a huge loss as Spencer kind of got back to the line of scrimmage, but guys, this game is going to be won and lost in the trenches, and Albany's defensive line making a big play there with the newly acquired Joseph Morris.
A fantastic play. You mentioned Isaiah Scott, he's 207. Not the same body type there, and a whole different scouting report for that D-line.
Spencer, pass complete to Prince. Prince has it, and he's got the first down as he's knocked out of bounds, or into the wall by Jordan Whitley, who's had a nice start to the season. 11 tackles through the first 4 games for Whitley, but it'll be a first down. It's first and goal. So 2 catches for Darius Prince on this first drive as we got a look at offensive coordinator Reggie Gray for the Barrels. And Spencer's been good so far this year, 10 touchdowns, no interceptions, but Coach Cedric Walker said we got to get the ball to our playmakers. That looked like a false start there. Spencer kind of looked like he was looking for the snap. Defensive coordinator Brandon Cisse, who's right in front of us, is got his hands up in the air.
5-yard penalty.
There's going to be a flag flies. It's delay of game. Kentucky looked a bit out of sorts on that play, guys, as they got to the line, and then it looked like they wanted to snap it. The snap didn't come.
It looked like either a fan or someone had a whistle that went off, and everybody stopped. I don't know if an official blew a whistle, and everyone. You're right. It looked like it was going to be an offsides, and a whistle came after, but loss of yards here for the Barrels.
Man in motion is Flanagan. They get it to Prince again. So clearly the game plan has been to try to get the ball here to Darius Prince in space on this first drive.
Yes, and to add to your space comment there, it's Prince with the ball and someone in front blocking. Get him in front, get a lead block, let him make a decision, let him out-athlete people at that second level and see if he can make a play. It's a great scout report. I can't blame Coach Walker for it. Get to one of the best of all time.
Up front for the Barrels are Terrence Ames, Ryans Jones, and Jamez Kimbrough. They're going to throw it. Pass is incomplete. This time they were looking for Desmond Epps. And it's going to bring up third down and goal here. We talked about Epps, had that tremendous play. Coach Cedric Walker was kind of joking. He goes, that's exactly the way we joked. We threw it up as he started laughing. It's how they won the Nashville game. Spencer, it was supposed to be a design QB sneak. He fumbled the ball, pitched it to Prince. Prince turned around, pitched it to Epps, and Epps went in for the touchdown and the winner in that 37-36 game. Here's Spencer rolling to his right, running out of time, and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down at the 5. Maybe got a yard, guys, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Whole different play. They wanted to score in the play previous with Epps. They had Prince come up. 2 guys fouled Prince. Wasn't the best throw in the world. And now that one, defense kind of backed off a little bit on Prince, and the offense fell apart a little bit.
So Kentucky is going to bring out its field goal unit, and it's Aaron Baum who is going to spot this one up. spotted at the 12, so it's going to be a 22-yard field goal from the right hash out of the hold of Darius Prince. The kick is up. It is no good. It's a live ball. There's a flag down. So field goal is no good with 4:57 to go in this first quarter. Interesting call there, guys, to go for a field goal on 4th and goal.
On the road, making a call to put points on the board. It's one of the frustrating things with football fans and professional coaches. I use the phrase, sometimes coaches fear points. Put points on the board when you can. That would have been nice to chop it into the lead for Albany, but kicks wide.
During the kick catching interference, kicking team was inside the halo prior to the ball being touched in the field of play. This will be a 10-yard penalty. It'll be first down, Albany.
So penalty on Kentucky, so Albany will keep the football here after that missed field goal. It's 7-0 Albany here, 4.5 minutes to go. Just under. Yes, we are going to take a timeout here. Albany leading 7-0 over Kentucky.
We have a media time.
Yeah! You feel that? You feel that? This that AF1? You feel that? What? Run for the city. Run. Rep your colors. Side by side. When the lights come on, we go high. AF1. The ball never dies.
Here we go again. That's going to leave a mark.
This is Arena Football 1.
This is what AF1 is all about.
The ball never dies.
He flipped over the wall and hung on.
The wall is waiting.
This is Arena Football 1.
No sideline.
He got lit up by the wall. That's going to leave a mark.
No way out.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
Because in here, the ball never dies.
Albany leading it 7-0 here in Albany, New York. Firebirds in front after the opening possession, a Sam Castronova touchdown run. Firebirds back out onto the field after a missed field goal by Kentucky Barrels kicker Aaron Baum. And after the penalty, Albany will get the ball at the 15-yard line. Castronova drops back, has time, lets it loose all the way down the field. It's caught for the touchdown. Darian Townsend, as Castronova and Townsend connect. 9th receiving touchdown of the year for Darian Townsend, and it's 13-0 Albany. And now we get to see Darian Townsend do his flying Firebird.
There we go, right? We saw Townsend bust out a new dance move first before he hit that famous dance. Castronova just let it rip here. Townsend just quick enough to get under it, up against the boards, makes the play, and hangs on and then shows off those dance moves. Hello, there we are.
Kick is up, and it is good from Will Cavanis. And with 4:20 to go, Albany punches again offensively. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Castronova runs, Castronova throws. And it's 14-0 Albany with 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go as we get a couple other looks, guys, at this. I mean, this is what Sam Castronova brings to this offense. It's that home run hitter, and Darian Townsend, who's had a tremendous start to the year, the reigning AF1 Offensive Player of the Week, catches his 9th touchdown of the year, which is second best in the league.
I hope fans appreciate how tough of a throw that is. Shout out to our crew with multiple replays there. Drops it in. That's almost a full length of the field throw. He's tossing it in. He's got to throw it over the shoulder, dropping it with the defender up against him on the second offensive series for the Firebirds of the game. Fantastic job by Castronova.
Well, Castronova about 2/3 of the first quarter, guys. 2 touchdowns already. The kick from Cavanis taken by Epps off the back wall. He's at the 5 and gets close to the 10-yard line, and that's where Kentucky will start its second drive of this game as they go back out there after the missed field goal. The Barrels averaging 50 points per game. And, we've talked about it. This is a coaching staff with Cedric Walker. The last time Albany Arena football lost a game, the opposing coach was Cedric Walker. It wasn't for Kentucky. He was coaching the Billings Outlaws in the 2024 Arena Bowl. So we got good coaching staffs on both sides of the field here with Cedric Walker and Albany head coach Damon Ware going at it here. Here is Spencer back under center, takes the snap. Flush to his right, he's gonna heave it down the field, and the pass is intercepted. It's picked off by Marcus Smith. Smith stepped in front of the receiver, Shiloh Flanagan, and it is an interception for Smith, his second of the year, and Albany's got the football right back.
What a fantastic play by Smith. Hip to hip all the way down the field, and right when that ball goes in the air, some call this a 50-50 ball, but we'll watch Smith's hands here. Watch the two hands go to the shoulder and almost elevate himself. Watch, there he goes, up and over, and makes the play right there. Fantastic job. Now, look, when you've got your back to the officials, they can't see those two hands getting the push. He's able to make the play that's clean. There's no yellow on the turf. That's how you do it as a DB in this league. Great job, great pick by Smith.
Marcus Smith, 6'2", all-arena team last year, 2025, making big plays again. This pass is caught by Dwayne Brown, a short gain on the play. And back to the previous play, Marcus Smith, 6'2", giving up a few inches there to Shiloh Flanagan, who's 6'6", but he stepped in front of him for the interception. And right now, guys, everything going the way of Albany.
This is the way Coach Ware and his staff hoped it was going to go early in this game. The momentum and all the big plays in favor of their squad.
Brown is the motion man. Castronova with time. Now he's running out of time, and he's going to be taken down in the backfield as he tried his best to get back to the line of scrimmage. He was chased by C. Finau, 6'1", 240-pound linebacker out of Butte, making that play. We've talked about this Kentucky defense. They've only allowed 35 points per game, guys. They've got 12.5 sacks this year. Coach Cedric Walker wants to see some more turnovers from this group, but they have played well so far this year.
We've given so many compliments to Castronova, running out of the pocket, making plays. Well, there's a reason why this D-line's forcing it. They haven't got their sacks quite yet, but Finau with a fantastic play off the edge there.
Pass caught by Isaiah Smith. He bounces off of a defender. That's Mike Lee, and he's got enough for the first down as he gets out to the 19-yard line. Pickup of 9. Albany moving the football once again, under 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns for the Firebirds. And they're on the march once again after the turnover. Castronova takes the snap. There was motion up front, and the whistle blows this dead.
Full start.
So we'll see what the penalty is.
5-yard penalty. First down.
They're going to get Isaiah Hardy there for a false start. He almost got busted earlier in the quarter, but it went in against the Barrels, and sometimes the easiest way to figure out who it's on is who's talking to the officials first. Hardy giving the officials an earful there, but they busted big 6'5" with it right there on the penalty.
You saw Sam Castronova over to talk to head coach and general manager Damon Ware. This is an offense that averaging 49 points per game through the first 4. But I would say even they said they've left, they would say they've left some points out there on the field. Here's Castronova fires it down the field, and it's just past Dwayne Brown, and it falls incomplete.
Gosh, it's frustrating as a coaching staff, right? We saw it on the Kentucky side, that second down play to Epps. It was a fantastic call, just as it executed. This is a great play call here, right? There's open space. Castronova sees it. It's a coverage breakdown. The route's nice. There it is. Sam doesn't want to watch that on film. You know, he makes those throws. Dwayne Brown makes those plays. Gosh, he's going to be kicking himself later. It's a well-designed play by Coach Ware and company. Just the execution wasn't there.
Final 30 seconds of a quarter that's been dominated by the home team. The Firebirds leading by 2 scores as Castronova takes the snap. Throws it to Brown, who slipped coming out of his break, and it's going to fall incomplete as Joe Powell was in there on coverage for the Barrels. And that'll be the final play of this first quarter. Guys, 14-0 Albany after one. 2 touchdowns. Sam Castronova back into the mix. He's got a rushing touchdown. He's got a passing touchdown. And Albany is in front, 14-0.
Big plays by the Firebirds in front of their home crowd, trying to do their best to keep their undefeated record intact and their winning streak to not get broken by the upset-minded Barrels.
So we're going to take a timeout. Albany leading 14-0 over Kentucky. It's AF1 football on HTN.
He's already flying.
This is Arena Football 1.
Full speed at the snap.
The ball never dies.
Man, you can't defend that speed.
He's already at full speed before the snap.
Blink and you miss him.
You're not chasing him, you're surviving him.
He's gone just like that.
By the time you react, full speed, full chaos. He's gone. Because in here, the ball never dies. The scoreboard doesn't rest.
This is Arena Football 1.
New cities.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
New chaos.
This is why you tune in.
New rivalries.
Unbelievable. The scoreboard is on tilt.
This is what AF1 is all about.
Don't blink. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Start of the second quarter, Albany 14, Kentucky nothing from MVP Arena in Albany, New York on Transfinder Field. Albany with the football on 3rd down and short. They're going to look down the field. It's caught by Scott. He's got the first down. Actually, I apologize. It was 3rd and long, and Scott is able to get all the way down the field for the first down and keep this drive alive.
We've got a new setup here, Andrew, you and I, in 2026. Seeing Isaiah Scott closer and watching his speed. You know, the Capital District in New York's known for racing a horse. That's thoroughbred speed we just saw from Isaiah Scott, especially if he's got moving like that. That's tough for anybody to stop. any defense in AF1 when he's moving like that.
A flag
After
late.
the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 21, taunting the opponent. That'd be
So
a
they call a
10-yard penalty.
post-play penalty.
It'll be first down.
Unsportsmanlike on
This is number 21,
Darian
first
Townsend.
unsportsmanlike
So
towards
it
disqualification.
should be a first down, and they're going to move the football back to the Kentucky 22-yard line. So the first down goes to Scott, and then the penalty walked off. You're right. Down where we are now, the 6'3", 215 Scott looks much bigger than when we were up in the
Golden Temple
second
like,
deck.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Castronova, it's first down for the Firebirds. Quick pass, it bats around off the hands of Dwayne Brown, number 3, and it falls incomplete.
Gosh, I don't know. It's the gloves, the cleats. There's just something a little off here early in the game for DB3. I know we're seeing some new uniforms and a new setup. There's some of those plays he makes that. Give him the second pair of gloves or switch it up because he makes plays like that usually.
19 catches on the year coming in, 4.474. So not the dominant start that he did have back in 2025, but he's had a strong start to the year nonetheless. Castronova rolling, flag flies, pass caught. It is Townsend trying to get to the goal line. Touchdown, Darian Townsend, but there's a flag down
Holding.
right near the line of
Offense, number
scrimmage.
65.
And this one already coming
10-yard
back
penalty.
here is the indication is it's a hold against the Firebirds.
Holding, offense number 65. It'd be a 10-yard penalty.
Castronova, as he was
Second
being
down.
flushed out of the pocket, rolling to his right. There was some holding up front. And so the Firebirds will march back onto their side of the field as the ball now spotted at the Albany 18-yard line.
It was the right call by the officials. Sometimes you wonder how a guy gets free, how a defender doesn't make a play. That hold is right. If Kentucky's going to win this game, it's because of this D line. I mean, this is now the second quarter, and they are constantly pressuring Castronova. If this continues into the second half, he's not going to have any chance to throw the ball. This D line is dominant so far.
Quick pass.
We were ready. We were right there.
Right off the hands of Darian Townsend.
Townsend or Scott Noel? Who was that off the hands of right there? I'm not sure. We were right there. That's high definition.
You mentioned our new position.
Our PA guy says he would have caught it with his head, I believe he said there.
So it's third down and long here. Castronova under center, drops back, has time. Then the pass is batted down. I'm not sure who that hit. Was it Zeke Rose or Sidney Houston? If it is Zeke Rose, our old friend from last year, 21 tackles, 12 sacks as an All-Arena League player in 2025. So it's going to bring up fourth down. And they're going to bring out Cavanis here
Whoa.
for a long kick.
And that was Rose, by the way, in the deflection. And you mentioned Sidney Houston. That pass rush move on the outside, that's one of the best ones you're going to see in this entire league. They're kind of splitting that tackle halfway and trying to make a move on that. This is rare here, Andrew, seeing a special teams kick from this deep by Coach Ware.
Ball is spotted, long kick, and it is good as Will Cavanis boots it through for the field goal. All the way from the other side of the field. Everything going Albany's way as it is 17-0 after the long field goal from Will Cavanis. Albany up 17-0. We're going to take a timeout here. Albany, 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. A field goal from Cavanis. It's 17-0.
Here we go again. That's going to leave a mark.
This is Arena Football 1.
This is what AF1 is all about.
The ball never dies.
He flipped over the wall and hung on.
The wall is waiting.
This is Arena Football 1.
No sideline.
He got lit up by the wall. That's going to leave a mark.
No way out.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
Because in here, the ball never dies.
Lateral G-force dampeners engaged.
0 to 60.
Burst propulsion activated. Aerobic capacity maximized.
Hydraulic extension vector enabled.
Threat detection engaged.
This monster is ready.
Minnesota Monsters. Get your tickets now.
Whatever your game is, pain shouldn't stop you. At Beacon Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we're here to help you move forward. From the sidelines to the operating room, from rehab to recovery, our team of experts provides the same world-class care trusted by the pros, so you can keep playing, working, and living without limits. Don't let pain hold you back. Schedule your appointment today at beaconortho.com.
Guys, how about a replay here?
Here we go again. That's going to leave.
Bird released from the team. We wondered how special teams would play a factor. And there's a nice special teams tackle. 3 points on the board. Coach Ware scouting out, understanding what type of third phase of the game it is for a team. And when you've got a weapon like that and a unit covering kicks like that, it continues to show why the Firebirds have been the standard in this league so far.
Nell, an all-arena guy, stepping away this season for some health issues, and we want to send our best certainly out to Henry Nell and his family if he's watching this broadcast. He was just released earlier this week, but that's because of a medical issue that has come up. And again, we wish Henry the best. And Will Cavanis booting that one through, 17-0. So Albany with a made field goal. Kentucky has a missed shorter field goal. 17-0. The Barrels still trying to get the offense rolling here. Spencer pass caught, big hit as Desmond Epps was introduced to Marcus Smith, who's already got an interception in this first half. Short gain, or moderate gain, 7 yards to Epps.
They got to be careful. Smith has good instincts. He's going to jump around here in this game. He watched Epps break down his steps, turn for that football. Watch out for 10. He's already got 1 pick in this game. I saw him do it last year against Billings in 25. He'll jump around if you're not careful.
Second down and short here for Spencer. Pass caught, Prince, first down, and he is hit into the boards. And here we go, as it was Singleton and Lorenzo Jones in on the tackle, and Darius Prince was not too thrilled about that as we get another look at it, guys.
It's interesting because Darius Prince and some of the Firebirds backed off a little bit, right? A little contact, and then it's nothing. It's just jawing back and forth. We had a feeling. That's Darius's style. He likes to talk, likes to get in the head, and look, it's effective. He's had a fantastic career. He knows how to handle it. He backed off. I wouldn't be shocked if they went back to him on this play again.
First down for Spencer. Pass knocked away as Jordan Whitley jumped that route and knocked it away. This Albany defense, guys, has been good. 27 points per game allowed. Whitley's been good. Drew Singleton, number 5, leads the league in tackles. This is a good unit playing right now for defensive coordinator Brandon Cisse.
Whitley is long and athletic, and he can jump, and he can make plays on that outside. If you're a receiver, you're just trying to get a little bit of space. 11 is going to lock you up.
6'3". Usually those guys are playing receiver. Flanagan is the motion man. They get it to Prince here on the near side, and he's tackled again by Singleton and Jones. Gets out near midfield. It's going to be third down and short for the Barrels.
Curious if they unleash one here, Coach Walker. Just a deep route to Prince. You see these short passing routes. Sometimes you see that set up for the go route later on. He's kind of almost getting the receiver's breath, but Epps is out wide here. Maybe he's the go man on third.
Epps is the motion man. They're going to hand this football off. Bouncing off a tackler is Batiglieri, and he gets to midfield, but he's going to be short of the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down here, guys. We should mention, too, Kentucky is playing without their leading receiver coming into the game, Jalen Marshall, who is not playing in this game, had 20 catches in the first 3 games. So it's fourth down and call it 1, or a long one for the Barrels. They need this to keep this drive going. Kentucky needs some momentum here offensively. Prince is the motion man. Spencer looks his way. Pass caught. Prince, touchdown. Darius Prince into a familiar place, the end zone here at MVP Arena, and the Barrels are on the scoreboard.
What a fantastic play call there by Kentucky. You see everybody sort of getting a bit closer, thinking of handoffs coming after a third down handoff. You see the defense pinching in, just slipping, finding a spot. Perfect pass, perfect play call by the Barrels.
Prince, who caught his 8th touchdown pass of the year, he'll hold the extra point. And the right foot of Aaron Baum try to make this a 10-point game. Prince, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And with 7:46 to go, it is Albany 17, Kentucky 7. We'll step away. The Firebirds getting the ball when we come back.
This is Arena Football 1. This is Arena Football 1.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The ball never dies.
This is what AF1 is all about.
You want soft?
Let's go!
Wrong building.
Hits like that only happen in Arena Football 1.
Walls.
There's no escape on this field.
Speed.
To the house.
Impact.
This is why you tune in.
This game doesn't slow down. It closes in. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Whatever your game is, pain shouldn't stop you. At Beacon Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we're here to help you move forward. From the sidelines to the operating room, from rehab to recovery, our team of experts provides the same world-class care trusted by the pros, so you can keep playing, working, and living without limits. Don't let pain hold you back. Schedule your appointment today at beaconortho.com.
Touchdowns for the Albany, then Empire. He's back in Albany for the first time, playing this time for the Barrels, and he's got a touchdown pass here in this first half as Kentucky gets on the scoreboard. Albany 17, Kentucky 7, midway through the second quarter. Andrew Santillo and Tom Gozlowski here with you, bringing you all the action of AF1 football. This one a high, lofting kick, bounces off the boards. Townsend's got to bring it out. There's a flag down. Townsend's going to be stood up in the end zone. And we got to take a look at the flag here, but that could be 1 point for the Barrels.
Multiple whistles.
Well, kicker Aaron Baum hit that one exactly where you want to hit it, right at the bottom of the crossbar. popped up high in the air, which gave his team the time to
Kick
run
gets an
all the way down the
interference.
field.
Kicking team did not allow the ball to be touched prior to the 5-yard
So
halo.
there's going to be a penalty
It'll
on
be 10 yards from the 5-yard. First down.
Kentucky.
The officials are still looking. We're looking for the call over here. If the Rouge is 1 point's coming.
So there was a penalty on the Barrels. Everybody's trying to figure out if that nullifies the point.
Looks like it will, which is an interesting. That is something we have never seen so far in AF1 action.
Castronova back under center. He's got 2 touchdowns, 1 passing, 1 rushing. Pass complete to Townsend on the far side of the field, and he gets close to a first down. Taken out of bounds by Mike Lee and Joe Powell. Again, we should say at halftime, the arena here, they're going to drop the 2025 championship banner, and we were looking around. I'm not sure where it's going to be, but I'm sure it'll be somewhere.
Yes,
they
it
gave
will.
out the championship hardware to the 2025 Firebirds earlier this week. So 2nd down and 3. Pass caught by Townsend. He's got room to run on the far side. He's inside the 15. It'll be a first down for the Firebirds. And guys, Townsend continues to produce here early on. Last year it took him a while to get going. This year, not the case. He has turned things on right away, reigning AF1 Offensive Player of the Week.
The most impressive thing so far about Townsend and Castronova is Castronova's been away from the team for a few weeks, and that's a timing route. That's a space route. Castronova put the ball there, and Townsend ran to it and got to that spot for, about a month plus these guys have been apart, and still they have that type of chemistry. Is very impressive.
All the receivers to the near side. Townsend, the motion man, they swing it out for Dwayne Brown, and he is down at the 1-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Firebirds.
Rolling on the field was the runner was out of bounds. He did make the line to gain. It'll be first down, Albany.
Interesting play design there, too,
Yes.
as they got Townsend, the motion man. They swung it to Brown as we get a look at the replay here. And Brown very close to the goal line. Pushed out by C. Finau for the Barrels. So it's 1st and goal. Castronova out of the shotgun. He's going to fake the handoff. And with his legs, Sam Castronova into the end zone for the touchdown. 2nd rushing touchdown of this first half for Sam Castronova as the Firebirds reopen it up.
A little pep in his step here. Watch his little read option. You put it in the chest and rip it. Put the linebacker on his heels and just go to the end zone and take off another rushing touchdown. A little lift and celebration from the old lineman there as well.
Cavanis out for the extra point out of the hold of Darian Townsend. The kick is up, and the kick is good with 5 minutes even to go in the first half. It's Albany 24, Kentucky 7, as Albany has scored on all 4 of its possessions here in the first half, and they have a 17-point lead, 24-7 over Kentucky in this battle of the unbeatens. It's AF1 football on HTN.
This is Arena Football 1.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The ball never dies.
This is what AF1 is all about.
You want soft?
Let's go!
Wrong building.
Hits like that only happen in Arena Football 1.
Walls.
There's no escape on this field.
Speed.
To the house.
Impact.
This is why you tune in.
This game doesn't slow down. It closes in. Because in here,
It's 24-7 Albany in a first half that's been dominated by the Firebirds. 4 drives, guys, 4 scores, 3 touchdowns and a field goal. Kentucky scored on its last drive, and they're trying to keep that offensive momentum going here. But Albany, for a team that's averaging 49 points per game, they just continue to roll. I mean, they are just picking up no rust with Sam Castronova, picking right up where they've left off a year ago with Sam under center. Cavanis boots this one. It's a short kick taken by Epps midway depth of the end zone, brings it out 10, 15. Well, gets about to the 14-yard line, and that's where Kentucky will start this drive.
We wondered pregame, rest or rust for Sam Castronova. It seems like rest so far, especially with the mixed attack on offense. You've seen the deep ball score, 2 rushing touchdowns, that field goal as well. So a little bit of everything so far. Coach Ware talked about this season, you want to be one of the top rushing teams in AF1. Sometimes so often people hear about a rushing attack, they think the running back, but when you've got an asset like Castronova who's confident with the football and making read options and plays like that, it is absolutely a weapon. It's been rest over rust. And Joshua Kolka's been good this season. Yeah. Castronova's just taking it to another level so far tonight.
Kolka led the league with 24 passing touchdowns. Castronova back in the fold. Pass on the near side. Epps bounces off the boards, makes a tremendous catch. And again, because of our new spot where we are, that is crashing down right in front of us.
I was going to guard him. He's the voice here. The color guy, the bigger guy, had Andrew covered. What a fantastic play, though. Look at this. Got to get up on the boards, make the play, and quick to tell the officials, no, there was contact. I was there, spotted here. Nice job having that high IQ. Not a great job by us being athletic, but a great job by the guys on the turf doing it.
As Epps has enough for the first down. Prince, the motion man, they look for him. Darius Prince crashes into the boards, and he makes the catch. Another first down for Kentucky. Guys, we've called enough of Darius Prince's games to know you put it in his catch radius, he's going to bring it in.
No matter where it is, left, right, down the field, split screen, he can make plays. You hear this term used by coaches, out-athlete somebody. A former basketball player turned football. He's been an athlete. As he gets deeper and deeper in his career, it's still one of the great strengths of his game.
Prince, the motion man, they're going to swing it to Epps. Epps inside the 5. It's going to be 2nd and goal here for the Barrels. Clock running down here, 3 minutes to go in the first half. Albany leading 24-7. Here's where you start to get, it's interesting with the clock. Do you try to score quick, get the ball back maybe if you can try to get Albany off the field? Do you take a lot of time so Albany doesn't get the ball back? Kentucky knows one thing, they want to score a touchdown. Here's Spencer throwing it into the end zone, looking for Prince, and it's batted away by Jordan Whitley.
To your thought there, Andrew, about that possession in time, right? When you're trailing by 17 on the road, do you want to speed up possessions with a on fire Firebird, I guess pun intended, their offense? Do you let this sit to the 1-minute warning, just put points on the board, hope to get your first stop of the game, and push it to potentially a 10-point deficit at half? Let's go back to what you said, though. Just kick points on the board, you figure it out after that.
All 3 receivers on the far side for Spencer. Spencer, throw, pass, caught, and backing his way into the end zone is Darius Prince for the touchdown. So back-to-back drives that result in touchdown passes from Shea Spencer to Darius Prince, and Kentucky has cut this lead to 11.
What a force in this league. Continues to show out. 6 DP to GOAT. YouTube will let the comments flow in as he's had a standout performance in his return to MVP Arena.
9th receiving touchdown of the season, and now he'll hold the extra point for kicker Aaron Baum. Kentucky looking around. I think they were going to let maybe some more clock run off. Baum's kick is in, rattles around, and with 1:36 to go, before halftime. It's Albany 24, Kentucky 14. Guys, we get another look at that touchdown pass. Can't leave anybody, much less Darius Prince, that wide open.
Both sides of this too, right? Coach Walker and Coach Ware, the ways you draw up some of these plays, you have two wide receivers going deep to draw the defenders. You split Prince right underneath. There he is sitting there as the defenders go back. He knows what to do when he gets that close to that end zone. Fantastic. We're seeing why these two are so good, Coach Walker and Coach Ware. We go back to 2024. You mentioned this earlier in the game. In another league, the Billings Outlaws take down Coach Ware. 2025, Billings is led by Coach Walker, was talked about as one of the best in the league, but Albany's able to defeat them both at home and then back at Billings. Then a change happens. Coach Walker heads to Kentucky, and he's showing why he's one of the best. A fantastic rivalry. It's a high-level AF1 football being played tonight.
Well, when you talk about Coach Walker, he's a long-time arena guy, right? A 10 years player in this league, one of the most prolific defensive backs and tacklers in this game. Really a defensive-minded head coach. But right now his defense is being tested as an onside kick. It's being batted around there. It looked like Kentucky had a chance at it. It bounced around a few extra times, and let's see here who's at the bottom of this pile.
Gosh, I think Mike Lee, 13, might have this. We'll see what the officials say. I think 13 came up with it.
Kentucky ball. Yep, you're right. It's Mike Lee who comes out with the football. The former Firebird. He threw the ball into the stands, and then kicker Aaron Baum said, hey, I need that ball back. That's the kicking ball.
We just gave credit to Coach Walker, right, talking about high-level football. What a fantastic call here, not just because it was converted, not but just because of the recovery, but you're looking at the 1:30 mark, you know the 1-minute warning's coming up, the 1-minute timeout. You know Albany's dominated on offense. Now you hold potentially for the final possession of the first half, and this could be a 3-point game going to halftime, which Albany's basically completely dominated in the first half.
Well, we talked about it right before Kentucky scored there. How did they want to approach it? Obviously, Coach Walker wanted to take a shot with the onside kick. They get it. Pass complete to Prince. Prince to the wall. A flag flies. Clock stops with 1:08 to go in the first half.
Holding. Offense, number 3.
I think there's going to be an offensive penalty here on Kentucky, which is going to back the Barrels up. As we see quarterback Shea Spencer, we haven't talked about him much, 6 foot, 190 pounds, out of Kaiser University, 2 passing touchdowns in this first half and an interception. Came into the game 60% completion percentage, 10 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. However, Coach Walker was adamant saying we got to get the ball to our players in space.
That is the 1-minute timeout.
As we get the 1-minute timeout here at MVP Arena in Albany, New York. We're going to take a timeout. Albany leading it 24-14. Come on back for the final minute of this first half. It's AF1 football on HTN.
Cool.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The scoreboard doesn't rest.
This is Arena Football 1.
New cities.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
New chaos.
This is why you tune in.
New rivalries.
Unbelievable.
The scoreboard is on tilt.
This is what AF1 is all about.
Don't blink. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Clarksville don't whisper. Clarksville roars. Because in here,
The ball never dies.
Welcome to the Fast.
But guys, Kentucky has just made a huge play, recovering the onside kick, getting the football back here with a chance to try to cut into this lead right before halftime.
Scoring with under 3 minutes to go, hoping to figure out how you play the clock and the strategy. Coach Cedric Walker decides onside kick. Mike Lee recovers. And now Kentucky will do their best to hold on to this football for the final possession of the first half. And for their sake, try to put some points on the board before they hit the locker room.
Spencer puts his man in motion. It's Prince, and he's going to run out of time trying to get the ball forward, but he's swallowed up by this Albany defense as the Firebirds get home. And pretty much everybody on that defensive line, as we get another look at it, Shahan Williams up the gut. And then basically the entire defensive line swallow up Spencer.
Let's talk about Williams 44 there. You kind of going at the chest, getting separation. The old rip bull, I would say there. D-line coaches, Coach Cisse, teaching the guys up front how to make some plays. That's a grown man's strength there by Williams up front. And just think about that. One play changes everything now. The play calling's a bit different. Do you go to the marker now? Do you draw this up to go deep? You've got to think about timeouts. You've got to still figure out a way to put points on the board. You missed a field goal earlier in this half. Just one sack changes everything now for the Barrel strategy.
Well, Coach Cedric Walker had said that offensive line, Terrace Ames Jr., Ryan Johnson, and Jamez Kimbrough have been a strong point for this Kentucky offense. They have been so far in this first half. Rolling, there's another penalty, 2 penalties, as the pass falls. I believe it was incomplete, right? They're looking for Epps.
They might get Kimbrough with a holding in the end zone here, which will be very interesting. I think they're going to bust 50. We might see some points swinging Albany's way.
We have 2 fouls on the play, resulting in offsetting penalties. Holding.
I think there's a penalty in the secondary.
Illegal contact, defense number 5. Those penalties will offset.
They called a penalty on Drew Singleton.
Boy, that may not show up later on in the box score, but because of that offsetting penalty, we reset it.
Yeah.
But if they busted Kentucky there for holding in the end zone, that is a massive swing. Possession swing, time on the clock. That is a tough penalty. And I don't even know if the home fans realize what that could have been.
Second down and long for the Barrels. Spencer under center, takes the snap, slings it to Epps. Epps makes the catch, running behind some big blockers, including Ryan Johnson, the senior, as he gets all the way out over the 15-yard line. And I believe Kentucky's going to take a timeout here with 31 seconds to go.
Timeout, Kentucky. Second of the half, 30 seconds.
Well, they needed the yardage they needed there, but sometimes you hope as a coach that Epps does the old hand on the back, right? Hand and hide. You hear some people call it. We get behind a big man who's out in front. You put your hand on your back and you hide behind him. He'll eventually take you the place you need to go. He's taking the defender left. You're going to go right and head to the end zone. Hand and hide. They got the yards they needed. This could be another interesting third down call here with just 31 seconds left to go in the first.
But interesting strategy here for the call because, as you just said, it's third down and short. But there's also only 31 seconds to go in this first half. Albany scored on all 4 of its first half possessions. Kentucky has missed a field goal. They've had an interception. However, they got the ball here with a chance to make this a 1-score game before halftime. Because of that onside kick, they maximized their possessions. So it's third down and 6. Spencer puts Epps in motion. Pass deflected and almost intercepted. Went off the hands of Singleton and then off the hands of Jones, and it falls incomplete for fourth down.
Let's give some love to 97 Shepard up front, too. Once this ball's deflected at the line, it's a free ball. Anything can happen after that. Contact can happen between the defensive backs. Shepard tips it, as you mentioned, Andrew, that second tip there. And here we go, fourth down for the Barrels.
27 seconds on the game clock. Fourth down. Spencer throws it. He's going to heave it all the way down the field. It's knocked away by Marcus Smith. They were looking for Prince, and the ball drops with 21 seconds to go in the first half, and it would be a turnover on downs. And now Albany, guys, will get the ball in prime position in the late stages here.
You think about the first month of AF1 action in 2025. There was a real discussion that Marcus Smith not only should have been the Defensive Player of the Year early in the season, but maybe the MVP discussion because of how many pick sixes in place he made. Look at this play, going up and over. This is less contact in the first quarter play that he made an interception on fourth down to get up like that. Now, you said 6'2's on the roster. He's playing about like 6'8 when he get up that high and make a play.
So only 21 seconds to go before halftime. Sam Castronova and the Firebirds offense have the football back. We said they've scored on all 4 drives, but do they have enough time to score here? Castronova fakes it short. Now he's running for his life, and he's taken down by his former teammate, Ezekiel Rose, who gets in for the sack, and Albany's going to take a timeout here. We're going to see how much time they're going to put back on the clock. As Zeke Rose, the league leader in sacks, got through,
Albany,
guys, and takes down his old
30
teammate Sam
seconds
Castronova. You know, I saw a picture
on
making the social media rounds last night. Zeke Rose got together with Sam Castronova and Jake Labrie, the former president, as there was a bit of a get-together last night with I was about to say former friends, past friends, now former teammates.
Labrie would not have a shot of blocking there. Rose to Castronova. He may have been in the middle of that photo, but his role as an executive at 25. We saw Rose's dance there after too, showing off his skill set here in 2026. Another veteran of the game, multiple franchises, and his skill set has continued to work well here for the Barrels early in the season.
Well, Coach Cedric Walker talked about his leadership. He was the leader of the Firebirds defense a year ago. 12 seconds on the clock here. Castronova drops back. He's running for his life, and he's going to throw the ball out of play, and the clock will stop with 8 seconds left. Castronova was running for his life there right off the snap. That picture about Zeke Rose and Sam Castronova just goes to show, sometimes fans think these guys, they're on opposite teams, and obviously once the game starts, they want to beat each other, but there's personalities involved as well. These guys are people, and they've got relationships with people they've played with in the past. And these two teams have a lot of that back and forth here between these two teams. Castronova, 8 seconds on the clock, and Kentucky is going to take a timeout. Can't take it to the locker room with you guys.
30 seconds.
So they'll take a timeout here with 8 seconds to go.
Nothing wrong with that. Seeing potentially what they think could be the final play. Seeing them reset, get a scouting report for what Coach Ware could draw up against Coach Walker. You mentioned that camaraderie so many players have, not just within their own team, but within the league, finding out where guys are going to go. So often families may move year to year. You see one-year contracts in the AF1, and players have so much strength of where they want to go and make that decision. It's almost the recruiting process. We talk about this in the college game. You almost have to recruit your own players year in and year out, but the same thing happens in AF1 because they want the power to the players, and they feel like when the power's to the players, it creates more competition and a better league, and it's been proven right so far as we head into year 2.
Joshua Zacher is up on that offensive line on the left side for Albany. He didn't start. Try to give Sam some time, a fastball, and he throws it into the first row. 5 seconds to go, so that only took 3 seconds. But it's also going to be 4th down here, guys. So I'll put the headset on you here of Damon Ware. What would you do? 4th down, 5 seconds to go. What would you dial up here, 4th and long?
I would throw it deep to Isaiah Scott. I'd let him make a play.
All right.
A big play and see what 8 could do up in the air.
There are 3 receivers on the far side. It's Aaron Dilworth who's out there along with Scott and Dwayne Brown. Castronova trying to spin away, and he is taken down The ball is batted around. They're going to say Castronova was down, and that is going to be the end of a highly entertaining first half.
Coming out. This will be the end of the first half.
So Albany came out, scored the first 14 points. Kentucky gets 2 touchdowns in that second quarter. Hold on, there is a challenge flag down here. I gotta grab him. Well, maybe they're not going to challenge here, so we might be headed
Albany
into the halftime
the
timeout.
Previous play for an illegal defense by Kentucky. We will review the play. If it is
they are
confirmed,
going to
we will
review
extend
this.
the first half.
So Albany has challenged for illegal defense. So hold on here before halftime. What was going to be the last play of the first half is our first coach's challenge, guys. And the flag came out of the pocket of Albany head coach Damon Ware. And some people would say, it's not me or you, but maybe me and you too, that Coach Ware knows this game better than everybody. So if he saw something,
the professor has something. Yes, you're right. And I believe he's going to win this challenge because right in front of us here, you asked me what play they would run. I said Isaiah Scott deep route. Isaiah Scott didn't move. Isaiah Scott stood right there and turned around and almost knew Scott knew there was something wrong with the defense. So the fact that Scott's not moving, something wasn't right there, and it looks like the players may know the same thing, that they may be coming back. When you don't see players heading to the locker room, they might believe this one is heading in Albany's direction.
We're getting a look at our referees in the challenge area, which is just to our left. So they're taking a look at it. Players are out on the field, and we talked about some of the relationships that these players had. There's some, some back and forth, just chatting here as we await this coach's challenge.
Coach Ware has a smile on his face, by the way, right now. So I feel like
that's very rare. That's very rare. Yeah, that's very rare. At least until the end of the game.
Yeah, he's got the ball. He feels like he's got a challenge here. It's a quick challenge. I think Albany's going to get this one. We'll see if we go undefeated again this year. Wait a second. Coach Walker's heading another direction. We might be 0-1. Here go the Barrels to the locker room.
After further review, the ruling on the field has been upheld. Albany has lost the challenge. They will have one remaining for the half. This is the end of the first half.
So that is the end of a highly entertaining first half. Albany had a 14-0 lead after 2 quarters here from MVP Arena in Albany, New York. It's Albany 24, Kentucky 14. It's halftime. We're going to step aside. The last 2 undefeated teams here battling it out. AF1 football on HTN.
Yeah! You feel that? You feel that? This the AF1. You feel that? What? Run for the city. Run. Rep your colors. Side by side. When the lights come on, we go high. AF1. The ball never dies.
Off the net.
This is Arena Football 1.
Look out.
The ball never dies.
The play never stops.
You better stay awake. Kick it, miss it.
This game doesn't stop.
Doesn't matter.
Anything can happen.
You think the play's over?
He's got a chance off the rebound.
It's not.
Chaos.
Off the net.
Here we go again.
Right back at you. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Clarksville wasn't built quiet, now built loud, built proud, built fire. Built on boots, hit ground, no tire. Built on hearts that don't back down, go higher. No permission, we don't ask that. Kick the door, yeah, we crashed that. 48 inches wall, where you at? Running too wide, yeah, you need that. Yeah, no sidelines, ain't no safety. No soft land is gonna save me. You don't watch, now you feel me. Whole crowd standing, energy crazy. Show up early, stay late, feel the ground shake. No breaks, hear the sound, that's us. That's us, that's us.
It's halftime here in Albany, New York at MVP Arena. The halftime score is Albany 24, Kentucky 14, and we're back here, Andrew Santillo and Tom Gozlowski, because this is not your just ordinary run-of-the-mill halftime. There is going to be a banner unveiling, and the championship trophy from 2025 is out on the field right now. So, guys, we remember the 2025 season. We called a number of those games, including the championship game, the Arena Crown game right here in Albany, New York, where Albany took down Nashville, and 60-57. It was a very good game. Albany concluded an undefeated season, as you see on the field there. The brass, if you will, of the Albany Firebirds. They're all looking up at the scoreboard where there's kind of a video highlight reel of the 2025 season and the championship. And guys, another championship banner here in Albany, New York.
An historic season, not just for AF1 football kicking off for its first inaugural season in 2025, but when we talk about the history of arena football, few, if any, teams, we've been told it may have never happened to see a team go undefeated and win a championship with the competition across the leagues. And the 2025 Albany Firebirds did it. So you mentioned league owners, executives, and more here representing the squad and honoring the 2025 season.
As you see the owners and Coach Ware is out here. That is, he's out here as well. He just moved into the center there. Owners, Mike Quarta, Andy Gelcher. Is that Richie? Richie says not. Team president Matt Woods, and former team president, 2025 team president. I don't know what his title is now.
Communications director,
Jeff
we'll
Levac.
call him, consultant.
Your co-host during
right.
the week are out there on the field. There's the trophy in front, and they're going to be unveiling the banner here in just a second. And this isn't new for Albany. You mentioned it, 10-0 regular season, 2-0 semifinal championship. Albany knows indoor arena football championships. This will be the first banner for Firebirds since 1999, but a couple of Albany Empire banners championships sprinkled in there. There's Coach Ware out there in the middle. I'm sure he wants this thing to get over as soon as he can so he can get back in the locker room.
A rich history with the Firebirds. So many fans excited to see that franchise return in 2024 after so many things happened in the Albany Region Championships and under different names. And now to see a Firebird banner get raised now is an amazing moment.
Coach Ware, talked to him earlier before the game, and he said, how many times in life do you have someone who goes undefeated? He talked about, we talked about championships here. None of them have been undefeated like that. And in football, it's so difficult, right? You talk about other sports, you may lose a game along the way. Baseball, basketball, hockey, soccer, you may lose a game on the way to a championship. Football, you got to be perfect all the way. And that's what Albany was in 2025, taking down Nashville as the crowd is – usually the crowd goes to the concession stand and whatnot, but they have stayed here in their seats to take in this championship unveiling of the 2025 AF1 championship banner.
We've heard this phrase used to describe the Albany Firebirds since they've come back to existence in 24 with some familiar names of past franchise. That term is the standard. So many AF1 franchise and teams, whether that just be success on the field, on the turf, but it's in the community having success. It's executives taking care of their players and ownership understanding how important it is to build a roster. All those things are why some players have joined Albany from different franchises, and Albany players have had opportunities to go to different leagues and compete as well. And the standard gets raised, right? Now that you win a championship, you go undefeated in 2025. Firebird fans find that as the expectation. You're expected to win. You're expected to win championships. And Coach Ware wants it that way, not only just the head coach of the franchise, but also the general manager.
They're announcing all of the members of the 2025 team. Some of them, a lot of them, are still on the team here in 2026. Some of them are, and they just mentioned Ezekiel Rose, who's on Kentucky on the Kentucky roster here and in the building here tonight, but on the opposing sidelines. And so they are getting to the end of the players here, and we're fairly confident they're going to drop this banner. And here we go, the rafters. As they're going to unveil the championship banner. And here it comes. As it's being unveiled. Move over 1999. We're going to party like it's 2025 here as the Albany Firebirds AF1 championship banner right at midfield here. This is pretty good spot. All the brass looking up at the banner.
This is also the home of the Siena Saints MVP Arena. You might have known some of their stories from this past NCAA tournament, almost pulling the upset over Duke. This is where the Saints play their home games. So Saints banners will be here inside MVP Arena, and now the Albany Firebird 2025 banner raised. Looking around also, if you're a fan of Fish, Fish has a banner up here as well, 16 shows. Did I miss anybody? Any other No, these are fantastic banners here from championship. By the way, the MAC championship banner will be raised for Siena in a few months as well, but tonight's all about the Firebirds and honoring that 2025 historic season.
Well, the banner has been unveiled. The rings have been handed out, the hardware, as the trophy still out there on the field. Albany's hoping to bring that trophy back home to Albany in 2026. As we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back for the second half. Albany, 2025 champions, the banner. They have a 24-14 lead over Kentucky. We'll be back. We'll get you set for the second half here. AF1 football on HTN.
It starts in a quiet, empty building, and the lights come on. Suddenly, you're not watching the game. You're inside it. Every step, every hit, you can feel it building, faster, louder, until there's no space left and no holding it back. This is Arena Football 1. Watch on Home Team Network. This is not just football. This is speed, intensity, and non-stop action. Welcome to Arena Football 1, where the field is smaller, but the hits are harder, the plays are faster, and every second counts. High-scoring battles, electric atmospheres, and athletes pushing the limit on every snap. No breaks, no mercy. Just football at full throttle. This is where legends ride, and the game never slows down. Arena Football. One fast, fierce, unforgettable. Watch on Home Team Network.
Clarksville wasn't built quiet, now built loud, built proud, built fire. Built on boots, hit ground, no tire. Built on hearts that don't back down, go higher. No permission, we don't ask that. Kick the door, yeah, we crash that. 48 inches wall, where you at? Running too wide, yeah, you need that. Yeah, no sidelines, ain't no safety. No soft land is gonna save me. You don't watch, nah, you feel me. Whole crowd standing, energy crazy. Show up early, stay late. Feel the ground shake, no breaks. Hear the sound, that's us.
So my very fondest memory at an Abby's came in high school after we won a state championship in basketball, a moment we'll never forget. The very first thing we did, celebrated across the street at Abby's. And for us to just enjoy and savor the season and what we accomplished there, and that pizza became synonymous with this championship memory. It's great to have some of those just foundational, traditional spots that we can all go to and enjoy a great time.
Back here, halftime. Albany leads Kentucky 24-14 in a game that has been billed as maybe the game of the year so far in AF1. Battle of the last two unbeatens. We'll take a look at some of the first half statistics here. Albany got off to a big-time start, guys, as they led 14-0 after one quarter. But 2 touchdowns from the Barrels in the second quarter has made this a 10-point game.
Especially at the end there, Kentucky turning it on a bit, finding Darius Prince, using Epps when they can across the field. Albany at times looked like they were going to run away with this with just a constant offensive put out. But these stats don't reflect that. I mean, the Barrel's right there. I mean, look how close this is. Is my Hobart math, is that 1 yard off, right? Like, we're getting closer and closer there, depending on the penalty. We almost saw that exactly right on tilt. And the turnover, that's a huge play by Smith over the top. This has been a pretty even game despite a 10-point lead by the Firebirds. At least when we talk about the stats, it's been pretty even. Sam Castronova, by the way, a lot of those reasons why the rushing yards took off. Castronova's been a threat all the way across. Now, we mentioned how much of a rushing threat he is, but it's also because of how good the defensive line's been for the Barrels. Castronova's moving in the pocket because he has to move to get out of trouble, and it's been benefiting the Firebirds.
The AF1 MVP from 2025. In this game, first game of 2026, 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown, 3 total touchdowns for Albany in this first half. The Firebirds have a 10-point lead. We're going to take one more timeout, and we'll be back with the second half here. It's Albany 24, Kentucky 14. Come on back for the second half.
It starts in a quiet, empty building, and the lights come on. Suddenly, you're not watching the game. You're inside it. Every step, every hit, you can feel it building, faster, louder, until there's no space left and no holding it back. This is Arena Football 1. Watch on Home Team Network. This is Arena Football 1. Watch on Home Team Network.
Clarksville, don't whisper. Clarksville roars. Because in here,
The ball never dies.
Second half.
It's
Second half. Off the crossbar. It's a live ball, and it's taken in for the touchdown. The ball took a strange hop, and it was picked up by Lorenzo Jones, and he ran it right in for the touchdown.
Welcome to AF1 football. You don't see types of plays like that in any other league. The crowd chant for a deuce. Well, how about 6 instead to lead off the second half?
Took a strange hop off one of the uprights, went directly diagonal, and Jones just picked it up on the run and ran in for the touchdown. Will Cavanis out for the extra point. How about that to start the second half? Cavanis' kick is up, and it is good. 31 seconds into the second half. Fireworks on the first kickoff of the second half for the Firebirds. It's a touchdown. It's a 31-14 lead for Albany.
This is Arena Football 1. Watch on Home Team Network. This is not just football. This is speed, intensity, and non-stop action. Welcome to Arena Football 1, where the field is smaller, but the hits are harder, the plays are faster, and every second counts. High-scoring battles, electric atmospheres, and athletes pushing the limit on every snap. No breaks, no mercy. Just football at full throttle. This is where legends ride, and the game never slows down. Arena Football. One fast, fierce, unforgettable. Watch on Home Team Network.
Well, we are back, and the Firebirds are back on the scoreboard as Will Cavanis
Ball be placed at the 5-yard line.
kicks the deuce. So, guys, hopefully you got back from halftime on time, because Albany's already got a touchdown, they've got a deuce, and they've got 9 points to start this second half.
Kentucky had all the momentum potentially going into the locker room. They had an opportunity after the onside kick to put points on the board. It doesn't go in the way which they hoped. Albany gets the ball back, and before the Barrels can ever even touch the ball, in the second half, 9 points get put on the board.
There is a player down for Albany as we're getting a look at it there. It's number 15, Vince DiLio. We're going to take a timeout here. Cavanis with the deuce to lengthen Albany lead.
This
It's
will be a
33 to
4-minute
14.
timeout.
Off the net.
This is Arena Football 1.
Look out.
The ball never dies.
The play never stops.
You better stay awake. Kick it, miss it,
This game doesn't stop.
doesn't matter.
Anything can happen.
You think the play's over?
He's got a chance off the rebound.
It's not.
Chaos.
Off the net,
Here we go again.
right back at you. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Lateral G-force dampeners engaged.
0 to 60.
Burst propulsion activated. Aerobic capacity maximized.
Hydraulic extension vector enabled.
Threat detection engaged.
This monster is ready.
Minnesota Monsters. Get your tickets now.
We are back. Albany scored a touchdown and a deuce, and we only have 36 seconds gone by in this first half. Second half. The second half kickoff was recovered and brought into the end zone by Lorenzo Jones Jr. Then Will Cavanis kicked a deuce. So Kentucky, who had shortened this lead to 10, all of a sudden they get the ball. They were supposed to get the ball to start the second half. All of a sudden they get the ball, guys. They're down 33-14.
There are no off plays in AF1 football. Every play is an opportunity to put points on the board, and Coach Ware and his team know that, and they did that just as good as anybody's done in AF1 history to start off the second half.
Pass caught and getting up near midfield is Jeremiah Taylor, who is playing 6'2", 210 pounds. Coach Walker was hoping that he could make an impact without Jalen Marshall, who was the team's leading receiver, coming in. And now we've got an injury on the near side as one of the Firebirds players is down on that far side. Well, we went through the halftime. We got the banner is up now, or dropped, I guess down technically, not up. It's been unveiled. Any lasting thoughts you have from that 2025 season? I know you were down on the field presenting the hardware to Coach Ware and the Firebirds last June.
It was a lot of fun. The pressure of an undefeated season never seemed to wear on this team. I guess pun intended, there's Coach Ware, but for real, like you would think so often in professional sports, and you mentioned this at halftime, that the zero starts to play a factor. Are you coaching different? We've seen some players and teams rest players to get the zero off the board. It never felt like that, and in a battle of undefeateds today, I don't know if the zero will affect either one of these teams, whoever comes out on top today of their march to an AF1 crown.
So it's Lorenzo Jones, number 0, coincidentally, who's off the field. He made that touchdown play on the opening kickoff of the second half. You mentioned zeros. Both teams with zeros on the right side of that record ledger that they want to keep in place here after this evening's game. So Spencer on second down and short, quick pass to the far side. It's Prince, and Prince close to the first down, tackled by Darian Townsend, who's out there on defense for the Firebirds. It looks like they're going to mark Prince just short of the first down marker.
We're so used to seeing Townsend on offense. We saw someone flying towards our direction here behind the boards with more speed than usual. That was 21 making a play along with Smith and company.
Well, Albany's had a lot of defensive injuries. Trevon Shorts is out. Trey Wortham is out. Alfonso Taylor is suspended, I believe, and Lorenzo Jones just went out. They dropped this one to Epps. He makes the catch. He's got a first down, and he is inside the 10. It's going to be first and goal for the Barrels.
Kentucky was due for a play like that. That's about the third time where Albany's coverage has moved in a direction and a receiver found it. This is the first time they're able to complete a play they want like this. Still a huge pass rush up front. My goodness, Albany's still getting that pressure. Able to get that football off is impressive enough to get closer and closer to the end zone.
So it's first and goal for Kentucky. Short pass to the near side. It's Jeremiah Taylor, and Taylor gets inside the 5 before he's tackled by Marcus Smith and Drew Singleton. Talk about Drew Singleton for a little bit, number 5. He leads the league with 40 tackles. Guys, the next highest tackler in the league is 21. He had 15 last week at Washington. Probably saying, I should have been Defensive Player of the Week. That went to one of the players on the other side of the field, Sidney Houston, who had 3 sacks last week. They're going to hand this ball off. It's a Prince, I believe. Oh, excuse me, it was Epps on the reverse, and Shahan Williams makes the tackle, 6'3", 260 out of Notre Dame College. Made a nice tackle there on Epps, who was running that jet sweep.
Williams 44 is all over the place. He flies board to board, makes an impact, strong. It's been a really good player. I've been impressed by him throughout this game so far.
Third and goal, all Kentucky's receivers to that near side. They're going to pitch it out for the big fella, Batiglieri, and he is stretched out into the boards. It's going to bring up 4th down, as it was Shahan Williams again, number 44. New acquisition to this defense. We talked about some of the pieces who are out. Shahan Williams making 2 big plays. It's 4th down and goal for Kentucky.
Always confuses me seeing a big man going sideways. You always want to see north and south. Sometimes it's almost a trick play enough to see 66 sideways. 4th down here. One of the biggest plays of the game so far.
Spencer trying to get the alignment set, and Kentucky's going to take a timeout. Crowd was loud, guys. I don't know if that played a factor,
Kentucky,
but Spencer was trying to get his offensive lineman set up. And Kentucky's going to take a timeout here with 10:07 to go in this 3rd quarter.
I'll say yes. I'll say the crowd did get involved here. Firebird fans so happy to see that banner get revealed. That's how I'll go with it. Hung up, dropped, will go revealed, and then
unveiled,
unveiled, right? And now they're still getting hot and excited here in the 2nd half with a big play on the way. 19-point lead for their squad. Undefeated streak still intact.
Big play here as we get the split screen. Defense on your right for the Firebirds. We haven't mentioned this is a blackout game. They wanted all the fans to wear black. Albany in their all black jerseys. Kentucky in their road whites. And however this play happens, it's going to be a big momentum shifter. Can Kentucky cut into the deficit? Can Albany get a stop on 4th down? Spencer puts a man in motion. And we got flags flying. He throws it up. It's caught by Flanagan.
Offense,
but there's
56.
Flags, and it's going to be a procedural call against the Barrels. And defensive coordinator Brandon Cisse is firing up this crowd as Kentucky going backwards. And offensive coordinator Reggie Gray there, who you see talking to quarterback Shea Spencer. It's still 4th down and goal. Ball moves back to the 7. Taylor's the motion man. He's going to throw it into the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown. But there's a flag down as Prince was the one who hauled it in. Well, Darius Prince
During
may
the
have
play,
been called for
we had
offensive pass
unsportsmanlike
interference.
conduct. Offense number 6, picking the umpire. It'll be a 10-yard penalty. It'll be 4th down.
So they called that on Prince, although it looked like they said unsportsmanlike conduct, but that can't be right.
Yeah, not an offensive pass interference. Even if it's an unsportsmanlike, it doesn't come till after the scoring play.
That was a very odd call there, but it backs Kentucky up to the 17-yard line. It's going to be 4th and goal for the Barrels. Well, the Barrel is rolling the wrong way here, guys. Spencer drops back, jump throw, and the pass is incomplete. Turnover on downs. The ball goes back to Albany.
Kentucky has had their moments in this game. A missed field goal in the first half, and then an odd penalty there. Again, if you want to call a legal shift, a legal motion, something that usually comes and then we have another flag coming out on the field here. Looks like this one's going to go against Darius Prince. That might be his second unsportsmanlike. He may have been ejected from the game now, as he's now yelling at the Albany bench here. But that penalty came first after the scoring play, which should have been a scoring play, and then the penalty. Now Prince is talking to Ware.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defensive head coach. That'd be a 10-yard penalty. It'll be 1st down Albany. That's the head coach's first unsportsmanlike of the game.
He may be ejected from this game. Let's see if that's the last we see of 6.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think the first penalty was offensive pass interference. For some reason, it looked like the referee signaled an unsportsmanlike, but during the play, as to your point, I think that had to be an offensive pass interference. Anyway, Albany's got the ball on the Kentucky side of the field. Pass caught by Isaiah Scott. Lee and Flanagan in on the tackle, but a big pickup on first down. So after the dust settles here, guys, a 19-point lead for Albany. That was their first offensive play, but they've already got 9 points in this third quarter, thanks to the touchdown on the recovered kickoff that was run in and the deuce on the ensuing kick. So Castronova and the Firebirds, it's early still, but this could potentially be a knockout blow here midway through this third quarter. They're going to hand the ball off, and it's Joshua Zacher who carries for the first down. I don't think Zacher had any carries so far this year. And I only say that because I thought I jotted down all of them.
People don't get to see what I get to see here. The run sheet.
Right.
Color-coded.
Well, again,
made proud.
Albany is without Trevon Shorts,
right?
And that would be a spot where Shorts, who scored the game-winning touchdown last week at Washington, would have been probably used, but they use the 6'2", 300-pound Zacher instead. He stays out there, 4 offensive linemen. Castronova looks to the end zone, and it's off the hands of Townsend, incomplete. There is a flag down on the play. So we'll see what the call is here midway through this third quarter. Is Albany's biggest lead of the game.
Illegal formation, offense.
Albany in
Five-yard
illegal
penalty.
formation.
First down.
It's going to back them up. Back the Firebirds up. This is time when that Kentucky Barrels defense needs to try to get some pressure on the reigning MVP, Sam Castronova. They've got Golden Rose and Jamonte Peck up front now for that Barrels D-line. Castronova puts a man in motion. It's Brown. He's going to throw it to him, and he's got him for the touchdown. 2 + 3 = 6 for the Firebirds. Number 2, Sam Castronova, to number 3, Dwayne Brown for the touchdown.
This is Castronova's best throw of the game. Brown still in his route when it hits him in the hands. Castronova looking to the left, and he's going to go that way as well. Look at this. You can't put it anywhere better than that. Away from the defender, enough space between the boards, and a backflip as well.
I think it was Mike Lee in coverage. Castronova, as he comes to the bench here, talking to Isaiah Scott, I think, about what he wanted maybe on that play. They're missing somebody out there procedurally, or personnel-wise, I should say. They got to run somebody out here. They're going to snap it.
It was the ball, potentially. They wanted the
maybe
kicking ball.
They wanted the kicking ball, perhaps.
He still knocked it in.
6:24 to go in the third. Albany has opened things up. It's 40-14. As the Firebirds have a big lead here midway through this third quarter. We're going to take a timeout. Albany with a 40-14 lead over Kentucky. You're watching AF1 football on HTN.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The scoreboard doesn't rest.
This is Arena Football 1.
New cities.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
New chaos.
This is why you tune in.
New rivalries.
Unbelievable. The scoreboard is on tilt.
This is what AF1 is all about.
Don't blink. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Lateral G-force dampeners engaged.
0 to 60.
Burst propulsion activated. Aerobic capacity maximized.
Hydraulic extension vector enabled.
Threat detection engaged.
This monster is ready.
Minnesota Monsters. Get your tickets now.
Albany with a commanding 40-14 lead as they have put up 16 points in this third quarter. And Will Cavanis is going to boot this thing away, put his right foot into it. As we saw that touchdown from Castronova to Brown. Bounces off the boards. Epps takes it and he gets clobbered at about the 2-yard line. First touchdown, guys, for Castronova to Brown. We saw that only 30 times last year in 2025. That was the first one this year after Sam returning from the UFL. Get another look at that kick. Cavanis has spotted it pretty good. You see Epps, watch out there. He turns around, gets out to the 3. 2 Firebirds there to plant him to the Transfinder Field turf. So the Barrels back on offense, trailing 40-14. Biggest lead of the game for the Firebirds. This is a Kentucky offense that averages 50 points per game. A lot of that is, well, I should say that's somewhat inflated. One game they scored 80. Pass is complete to Flanagan, who gets to the 10-yard line. A pickup of about 6 or 7 on first down. Albany's got some other defensive players in there. C.J. Clark is in there, and linebacker Chase Alusakis. Also, they're going to fire this down the field. It's intercepted. Spencer throws. It's picked off. Marcus Smith, his second interception of the game. Well, Spencer had no interceptions coming into this game. He's got 2. And Albany's got the football back, guys.
We talked earlier in the game about potentially Smith picking off a route, jumping a route. Not exactly like that, just a little bit too much underneath this throw. Makes it easy for Smith to get underneath it and continue his standout performance in front of the home crowd.
So Albany's got the football back up, 40-14. Castronova and the offense back out there. Guys, this quarter has been all Albany. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 6. Castronova drops back, has some time. He's going to let it loose. Looking for Brown. He's got it. He breaks away into the end zone. Ball stripped out of there. Who's got it? It's going to be recovered by Kentucky, as Mike Lee covered that up. Brown didn't feel the defender coming from the other side. And now we have to see, did he make it over the goal line before the ball was stripped out of there? You see,
well, Brown's taunting. You know, he's looking at the defender.
It wasn't Mike Lee, it was Joe Powell. He was obviously not over the line there. Brown thought Lee was the only one there. Lee recovers it. But yeah, Powell snuck up behind and swatted it out of there.
Brown's taunting the defender on the way. Doesn't see Powell coming over this time. See the official has to see.
Ruling on the field was the runner lost possession of the ball prior to crossing the goal line. It was then subsequently recovered by the defense, resulting in a touchback. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on number 13 of the fumbler team. That'd be half the distance to the goal. First down. Kentucky.
So after the recovery, it's Mike Lee who gets called for an unsportsmanlike penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct. What a throw from Castronova. Puts it right in the bucket there for Dwayne Brown. And you see Brown thought he was smooth sailing into the end zone, and Joe Powell sneaks in behind and swats it away. So maybe a change in here in momentum. Kentucky has to hope it is. Pass complete to Prince. Not much room to go there as Singleton pushes him back.
But you're right, Andrew. This could be a momentum swinging play. Sometimes we see players drop the ball at the 1 yard line, flip before they get to the end. That play by Brown fits that. No reason to do that. Get in the end zone, extend the lead. I know you want to keep the crowd in it and show off a fantastic catch that really we forget about because everything else that happened after the catch.
Right, he got away from Mike Lee to make that catch. Spencer's pass caught by Prince, and Prince is taken down. He's got the first down. Spencer, clearly the game plan has been go to Darius Prince. He only had 13 catches on the year in the first 3 games for Kentucky. 7 of those were touchdowns. He's got 2 touchdowns in this game, and he continues to churn yardage up the field. Darius Prince. Father Time can't slow down. Number 6, Darius Prince. Motion man is Jeremiah Taylor. They fake the pitch one way. They get it to Flanagan going the other way, and he's got a lot of green in front of him, and he's gone for the touchdown. Shiloh Flanagan all the way for the touchdown. What a play drawn up there. Offensive coordinator Reggie Gray, give him credit as they kind of faked a pitch to the left and then threw it back to the right, and there was nothing but green once they broke that tackle at the 20 for Flanagan.
Give everybody credit. Spencer, the offensive line, the running backs. You see quarterbacks are taught to fake and finish their fake, but when you've got everybody selling the fake, the defense bit. An easy 6 for Kentucky.
Kick is up from Baum, and it is good with 2:54 to go here in the third quarter. Kentucky is on the scoreboard. It's Albany 40, Kentucky 21. First touchdown of the second half for Kentucky, and that's a big one, guys. It looked like it was maybe getting away from the barrels there for a bit, but that's a big touchdown. And a great play design again, drawn up by offensive coordinator Reggie Gray. As we're getting another look at the game potentially changing play here, where Dwayne Brown thought he had a touchdown. See him at the 5 there, and Joe Powell sneaks in and bats it away, and that's what led to that touchdown.
Could completely change the game. It's possible there. Albany would have had a massive lead, but instead it's a touchdown to follow. Everyone bites on the fake, 1 tackle break, and get into the end zone to celebrate. And simple things like that, the offense really has barely been on the field for the Firebirds in the third quarter because of the quick scores early on special teams. 19-point deficit, not as big as some people realize in AF1 football with scoring plays and how quickly it can change. It's up to the Barrels defense now to step up and get a stop against this Firebird offense.
That's right, Kentucky's defense has got to get some stops here if they're going to try to get back in this game. The kick from Baum high and taken from Townsend in the end zone. Flags fly. Townsend still on his feet coming to the far side, and he'll just kind of run into the board seeing all the flags down on the field. I think he may figured this one might be coming back potentially. Either way, he'll live to fight another day.
During the return, holding, receiving team number 5. It'll be half the distance to the goal. First down.
You said defense, but I think they mean the kicking team.
Yes,
or receiving team.
Right, I think we both have to admit, rarely do you see a receiver or an offensive player with the football seeing the flags in front of them and say, no, I'm good. Usually the flag's behind you and you're running to the end zone. No, I know this is against us. We're going to make a business decision here quick.
So Albany's got the football back. Cedric Walker, the Kentucky coach, said two things he wants to see from his defense: turnovers and fourth down stops. They need one here. Castronova rolling to his right. Pass is complete somehow to Townsend. He's going to pitch it. The ball was loose for a second, and it's picked up by Isaiah Scott. Townsend trying to make a play. That one, leave that one for Madden, perhaps.
The L2 button, right? The whole play's on because Zeke Rose blows through here, almost gets a sack. Castronova doesn't know what to do, scrambles, and Townsend could have gone. Gosh, this is what, Reggie Bush, 20-something years ago? They cost USC a title, something like that? Could have been a lot worse.
Luckily, Isaiah Scott hops on top of it, and Albany keeps the football. Referees stop the clock here with 1:42 to go, as it was good enough for a first down over onto the Kentucky side of the field.
This will be a warning against Albany for misidentification of the tight end.
So our referee just said a warning for Albany for misidentifying the tight end. So Castronova under center, it's first down. Scott is the motion man. Time to throw, he's gonna let it go into the end zone, and it is intercepted by Joe Powell. There is a flag down, and Powell is just gonna walk it into the boards because I think he also saw the flag and knows that he potentially is the guilty party here.
Defense, number 1, 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Officials announcing to the home crowd it's going to go against him. Battle one-on-one coverage out there with Isaiah Scott, two-handed shove in the back. Easy call for the officials.
So it'll be an automatic first down. Ball will move to the 13-yard line. Clock runs, 1:20 to go here in the third quarter. Albany with a 3-score advantage. Townsend is the motion man. Castronova looks short to Brown. Brown tries to get around a tackler. Another flag flies as that flag hit Zacher in the back. Ooh. Zacher turned around and
personal foul, roughing the passer.
What
defense,
was that?
number 0, half the distance to the goal.
It's going to be roughing the
automatic.
passer call. I think Joshua Zacher says, next time just try not to hit me
Oh
with
my
the flag.
gosh. Big 69 got hit with the flag all of a sudden. Well, luckily the flag is in favor of his team, but it's been a wacky 5 minutes here in this last game. Laterals, strange penalties, an odd third quarter to say the least.
Third quarter that's coming to a close here, 30 seconds to go. Castronova takes a shotgun snap. He's going to run it with Zacher, and Zacher gets a couple of yards. Big Zeke Rose in there to stop it along with Flanagan. And that'll be the final play of this third quarter. So Albany with a big third quarter, scoring on special teams, kicking a deuce, offensive touchdown, and they have lengthened their lead to 19.
That is the end of the
As
third
we
quarter.
have played 3 quarters here at MVP Arena in Albany, New York, and your score is Albany 40, Kentucky 21. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll be back for the fourth quarter. You're watching AF1 football on HTN.
You want soft?
Over the boards he goes.
Wrong building.
And it's a touchdown.
This is Arena Football 1. Walls, speed, impact. This game doesn't slow down.
Touchdown, Wolfpack!
it closes in. 8 men, nowhere to run. Hockey speed, football violence. Don't blink, because in here, the ball never dies. Watch Arena Football 1 live all weekend long. This is Arena Football 1.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The ball never dies.
This is what AF1 is all about.
You want soft?
Let's go!
Wrong building.
Hits like that only happen in Arena Football 1.
Walls.
There's no escape on this field.
Speed.
To the house.
Impact.
This is why you tune in.
This game doesn't slow down. It closes in. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Fourth quarter from Albany, New York. Albany leading Kentucky 40-21 in a battle of the unbeatens. This game coming in, two top teams. They quick fire it to Isaiah Scott, and he can't handle that hot pass from Sam Castronova, and it falls incomplete.
Sometimes you wonder about these plays. 19-point lead, start the fourth quarter. Never want to say it's a good thing to have an incomplete pass, but this is about to burn the clock here, and you're this close. No matter the decision, obviously you want to get points here, but this is where you start burning the clock against tough Kentucky defense.
Clock runs here in Arena League, even on incomplete passes. Castronova's trying to run this one, and he is in for the touchdown. And a souvenir for a lucky fan. That's the hat trick. 3 rushing touchdowns in this game for Sam Castronova, who now has 5 total touchdowns.
Leading into this game, we thought Joshua Kolka and then Sam Castronova rejoins the roster. You would wonder, Sam might be a little rusty, hasn't played a little bit, it's been away. No, 3 rushing touchdowns, another option play is going to draw contact. A standout game for the reigning MVP.
Kick is up, and it is good from Will Cavanis with 13:50 to go in this game. It's Albany 47, Kentucky 21. We're going to step aside. You're watching AF1 football on HTN.
The AF1.com.
Over the boards he goes.
The moment it happens.
Touchdown, Oregon Lightning.
The hits, the highlights, the news that shakes the league. It's already here. This isn't yesterday's story. This is right now. The AF1.com is your inside line to everything Arena Football 1. The AF1.com. Don't hear about it later. This is Arena Football 1.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The ball never dies.
This is what AF1 is all about.
You want soft?
Let's go!
Wrong building.
Hits like that only happen in Arena Football 1.
Walls,
There's no escape on this field.
speed,
To the house.
impact.
This is why you tune in.
This game doesn't slow down, it closes in. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Barrels. And Albany has lengthened its lead to 47-21. It was a 10-point game at halftime. Ball is through. I don't know. It literally went through the net. I don't know how it did that.
That results in a 2-point deuce for the kicking team. Ball be placed at the 5-yard line. First down.
Had some interesting things in the second half. We're so used to that, having that net on that's, we'll call it the west side of the arena where we're facing today. Officials' hands go up, and that's another deuce for the Firebirds. Well, we've had a field goal, a deuce, second deuce, special teams touchdown. That looks like Firebird cramping on the field. Whitley.
Jordan Whitley, a member of that big-time defense that has been, it maybe doesn't show because Kentucky only has 21 points here in the fourth quarter, but that defense has been kind of wearing thin here. No Trevon Shorts. Lorenzo Jones got banged up. Trey Wortham got placed on IR earlier this month. They've had to go through a lot of different players. Prince Emanamilian is out tonight, so they've had to rely on guys stepping up. Morris Joseph, C.J. Clark, Shahan Williams, Marcus Smith, but he's a mainstay. He's got 2 interceptions. Some guys have stepped up. Whitley has been there from the start. He's had a nice go at it, and he comes off the field.
Although you mentioned Prince isn't playing today, he had a lot of fun on the local television stations on Friday.
I saw that.
You did see it,
saw it.
He had a lot. He wasn't off.
I saw
He had a great time hanging out with Chris Honorado on the 13th.
I saw that. I saw that. They did a little. One of the local channels here in Albany did a piece on the support group for the Firebirds called Flock Support, which helps out the players, gets them kind of snacks and drinks and all sorts of things that they want while they're here in town. Spencer, pass caught. Jeremiah Taylor over midfield. He's got the first down. Big pickup all the way to the Albany 22-yard line. And that is what Kentucky needs if they want to try to come back. But it's a 28-point deficit right now that they face. Good throw, though, from Spencer to Jeremiah Taylor. Taylor and Flanagan on the far side. Prince goes in motion to that side. Spencer, pass complete. It's Taylor again. He's got about 5. Speaking of those defensive injuries that we just talked about, Darian Townsend's back out there on defense, made that tackle. So Albany wearing thin. I talked to Coach Ware, 3 back-to-back road games almost across the country 3 times. He said, listen, I told them to give me the toughest schedule, and they did that, but even I was tired, and I didn't play any games. Spencer drops back, running out of time. Pass caught. Nice pass complete to Flanagan for the touchdown. Shiloh Flanagan's second touchdown of this game. 4th passing touchdown for Shea Spencer, and the Barrels cut into this lead.
We weren't quite sure pregame what type of role Flanagan would play with a lot of focus on Prince. He's been fantastic. Great route runner, finding the mismatch for the Firebirds when they can. Catch, run, get into the end zone, chop it away at the Firebird lead.
Big guy, 6'6", 210. Using that big body to get open and get some touchdowns. Baum's kick is up, and it is good. 11:50 to go in the 4th quarter. Albany leading at 49-28 over Kentucky. We'll take a timeout, be back for the final 12 minutes of this one. You're watching AF1 football on HTN.
Yeah! You feel that? You feel that? This that AF1. You feel that? What? Run for the city. Run. Rep your colors. Side by side. When the lights come on, we go high. AF1. The ball never dies. Woo.
Here we go again. That's going to leave a mark.
This is Arena Football 1.
This is what AF1 is all about.
The ball never dies.
He flipped over the wall and hung on.
The wall is waiting.
This is Arena Football 1.
No sideline.
He got lit up by the wall. That's going to leave a mark.
No way out.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
Because in here, the ball never dies.
Back here, 3-score game in favor of Albany in this battle of the unbeatens. You see Kentucky head coach Cedric Walker. Barrels ready to kick the ball away. Baum puts his foot into it. Try to maybe steal some points. And he does. First deuce of the game.
There's a 2-point
for
deuce
the Barrels.
For the kicking team. The ball
Cuts
be placed
this
at the 5-yard line.
To
First
49-30. 11:44 to go.
Tell you what, the big man from Murray State can kick. 6'3", 240. Doesn't look like the typical kicker.
No.
And he's got some power in that leg.
No, just for perspective's sake, you said 6'3", 240.
Yeah.
Albany kicker Will Cavanis, 6'1", 175. So
soaking wet.
that
fits
different. More of the kicking mold. Yeah,
yes.
You don't see too many guys in the 250s dropping back to kick. But Baum has done a nice job here. First deuce of this game, cuts the lead to 19, but Albany's got the football. Castronova, quick pass. It looked like it was batted down by Joe Golden, I believe, who got his paws on there, 6'5", 285. It was on the right side of that line. I think he got a piece of that one. It's going to bring up second down.
The magic number here is 6. I say that because Coach Waring trying to get half of the remaining clock down. If Kentucky can get the ball with 6 minutes, it's not enough possessions likely for them to make a comeback. So we'll see how much clock the Firebirds can drain. But look around that 7-minute mark or 6.5-minute mark is prime for Albany.
Quick pass complete. as Dwayne Brown made the catch. It's going to be 3rd down. Brown gets out to the 11. Pick up a 5. We've seen some wild ones here, though, in our days.
Yes.
This is kicking off our 6th season together.
Fantastic, man. Happy to be alongside with you. Hopefully for another successful Firebird season. Hopefully another exciting AF1 season. Already some great games so far. Another competitive.
Flags fly up front. There was movement. Castronova's going to take a shot down the field. He's got Townsend for the touchdown. Darian Townsend for 6 as Castronova knew he had the free play, took the shot, and it's a touchdown.
Offside.
No need to burn clock
Offside.
when you've got an offside
Defense.
and a free
That
play.
penalty
Go
is
deep
declined.
to 21
Result of the play
and
is
let
a
him do his
touchdown.
dance moves and celebrate. Simple as that. Flag goes in the air. Defensive back thought, wait a second, we're going to stop. If you're even, you're leaving, and that's what Townsend did to the DB. See in the end zone, touchdown Firebirds.
Well, I was just going to say, before this touchdown, we've seen some crazy comebacks here, especially with kicking and all of the extra points that can happen, but I couldn't even get that out of my mouth. Albany throws the ball down the field. Touchdown. Cavanis' kick is off the left upright and no good. And so that'll stop the clock with 9:45 to go in the 4th quarter. And Albany has a 55-30 lead over the Kentucky Barrels. We'll take a timeout. Albany leading it by 25. Come on back. It's AF1 football on HTN.
Yeah! You feel that? You feel that? This that AF1? You feel that? What? Run for the city. Run. Rep your colors. Side by side. When the lights come on, we go high. AF1. The ball never dies. Woo.
He's already flying.
This is Arena Football 1.
Full speed at the snap.
The ball never dies.
Man, you can't defend that speed.
He's already at full speed before the snap.
Blink and you miss him.
You're not chasing him, you're surviving him.
He's gone just like that.
By the time you react, full speed, full chaos. He's gone. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Here we go again. That's going to leave a mark.
This is Arena Football 1.
This is what AF1 is all about.
The ball never dies.
He flipped over the wall and hung on.
The wall is waiting.
This is Arena Football 1.
No sideline.
He got lit up by the wall. That's going to leave a mark.
No way out.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
Because in here, the ball never dies.
Back here, Albany leading at 55-30. The Firebirds led by 10 at halftime. It was a 14-0 lead after the first quarter. 24-14 at the half, and they've opened things up here. This is Joe Powell back there to return the kick. Gets up to the 5-yard line, and then he's still on his feet, but he gets stopped by Shahan Williams. Somebody lost their helmet there. That is Lorenzo Jones Jr., who had maybe one of the biggest plays in this game, guys, on the opening kickoff of the second half, recovering that. The kick hit the upright, bounced diagonally away from the returners. He picked it up, scooped it up, and ran in for the touchdown 30 seconds into the second half.
With less than 10 minutes to go, we're going to look back on this game and say that may have been the pivotal play of the game. Kentucky has a chance at the end of the first half to chip in the lead, to cut it less than double digits. They can't, and then it's 9 points before the Barrels touch the football, and Jones a part of that. Jones had a wild third quarter. He scores, makes another big play, comes off the field with an injury. Now he's back out there, loses a helmet. I think 2 helmets came off on that play.
Yeah, you mentioned it, 9 points, because after the Lorenzo Jones touchdown on the kickoff, Will Cavanis kicked a deuce, and all of a sudden it was 33-14. Pass complete on the near side, and getting up to the first down is Jeremiah Taylor, who they've worked in this second half, guys. He's another big body, 6'2", 210. He's had some nice plays here in this second half to keep Kentucky moving the football. Prince was the motion man. Spencer's going to go all the way for the end zone. He was looking for Taylor. Taylor went down. I think he was maybe looking for a call. Jones on the coverage. Looked like Taylor just slipped up there as he went in towards the end zone.
Some receivers get that call, especially you're going that fast and it's out of the blue. Incidental contact, as you mentioned, potential trip, but we've seen some receivers get that call, especially with so much action back there in the secondary for both teams in this contest tonight.
Under 8 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. And flags fly as Prince was the motion
15,
man, but they're going to get
penalty.
Jeremiah Taylor kind of flinched in his stance there. And we're a lot closer to the game.
Yeah.
We can see that a little bit easier as he kind of flinched right before the snap, and it'll be a 5-yard penalty. Cost the Barrels 5. Moves the ball back to the 16-yard line. Second and long here for Spencer and the Barrels. Has time in the pocket, delivers Flanagan. Just off the outstretched arms of Shiloh Flanagan. 6'6", Skazi maybe needed to be 6'7".
Well done. Finally got into the broadcast.
That was unintentional.
Oh, right. You got kids in elementary school. I'm sure it was. Well done, Andrew Santillo. We knew we were going to get into the broadcast.
That's actually thankfully phasing out.
Is it?
Yeah,
at
least at us. We went through a very heavy phase, and now it's lightened up a bit.
Dad said enough. The phase is over.
Enough of that, yeah. You know what you got to do? You start doing it, and then it's not as cool. Spencer drops back on 3rd and long. He's going to let it loose. He's got Prince. It's intercepted. It's picked off by Lorenzo Jones. He was looking for Prince, and instead it's the 3rd interception for this Albany defense.
What a standout game by Jones today in front of the MVP Arena fans, making plays all over the field. We've seen this too many times if you're a Barrels fan. That Spencer just lofts it up there, hoping the DBs aren't going to make a play on it. The wide receivers, when you're out there one-on-one, you're hoping they can go up and get it, but defensive backs, turnover after turnover there. He was getting some love from Coach Cisse for making another big play.
Well, a big note was that Shea Spencer had not thrown an interception in his first 2 games. He'd only played 2 of the first 3 games. Dalton Oliver played the opener for the Barrels. So he had not turned the ball over, but 3 interceptions here this evening, and they've been costly. Castronova. Actually, I'm sorry, it's called over. He's got the ball cap on to our left.
So he faked you out earlier.
Yeah.
The possession before he put the ball cap on, looked over here, and then went out on the field. Now he put the ball cap back on, and you're right, Kolka under center now.
6 total touchdowns in this game for Sam Castronova, 3 passing, 3 rushing. And he leaves, and the league's leading passing touchdown thrower comes into the game as Kolka, who's got 24 touchdowns in this season. Well, as we get a flag down, I asked Coach Ware, I said,
5-yard
you're already 4-0. You're getting maybe
Correction, half
inarguably the best player in the league back now for the first game. What should other teams think? And he goes, well, sometimes the rich get richer. However, we've built this thing brick by brick. But I thought considering I don't think he knew I was going to ask that question, was very philosophical in his answer there. I mean, this thing has been built brick by brick, as he mentioned, but they didn't think Sam would be leaving right before the first game. He comes back here in week 5 and has led them to a big lead. Kolka's pass is complete. That's caught by Aaron Dilworth. And so Dilworth makes the catch.
Nice catch by Dilworth on the outside. Back to your conversation about Castronova versus Kolka, Kolka versus Castronova. Local media here in Albany talking about what type of issue, if at all, issue, problem, those aren't the ways to describe it, because it's a great thing. As you mentioned, rich kids richer, champagne problems. These are what people wish they would have. Will there be a trade potentially in this season? That's even a hard thing to discuss because Kolka's so good, you don't want another team to have him.
Kolka lets this fly, and kind of a miscommunication there with Isaiah Scott. And oh, by the way, Kolka's older brother, Tyler Kolka, plays in the league for Nashville. So we talked earlier in the season. Some of the Albany fans had embraced the Kolka mania when Josh Kolka was out there, arena rookie. Coach Ware said, I don't think you understand how hard it is for a rookie to come in here and do what Josh Kolka did. Learn this game kind of on the fly. Didn't think he was going to have to play week 1. All of a sudden, you're playing against Minnesota in a couple days, and led them to a 4-0 record. That one a fastball beyond the reach of Dilworth. Just kind of miscommunication, as it's going to be a first down for the Barrels. That was 4th down, a turnover on downs there.
A little miscommunications there from the outside. Different players finding the field with a 25-point lead, under 4 minutes to go. And it'll be a discussion that's going to hang over the Firebirds. So many teams in the league will have other decisions, right? Does a quarterback go to the bench? Do you move for different wide receivers or different This is a great problem. And again, problem feels like the wrong word to use. But if that's the only thing Coach Ware and their staff have to worry about, being the top team, being undefeated, defending champions, and having 2 of the best quarterbacks on the roster, it's something everybody would wish for.
So Kentucky gets the football back after the turnover on downs at the Albany 13. Flanagan's the motion man. Spencer took a big hit, released it. It's incomplete. He was looking for Prince. Clock running here, under 3 minutes to go in this game. So we get another look at that play. Spencer took a hit up high. Pass was intended for Prince. Prince is, he's had his fingerprints on this game, 2 receiving touchdowns. He knew he wanted to kind of show out here in his return to Albany. A couple of receiving touchdowns. However, there's been a couple of interceptions in front of him. Joe Powell, the motion man. They're going to swing it to Prince on the near side. Prince trying to tightrope down that side, that wall, that near wall, and he's got it close to a first down. 2:15 to go in this game.
Even though this game is not going the way for the Barrels fans and the team today, they are still going to be a force this season.
Certainly, yeah.
2nd, 3rd, depending on where you rank this team in Nashville, back and forth in a close win earlier this season. This is a playoff contending team with the talent that's on this roster.
Spencer drops back, pass, caught, touchdown, wide open is Flanagan. And Flanagan has the hat trick, 3 receiving touchdowns. How about 5 passing touchdowns for Shea Spencer? With 1:49 to go, Kentucky trying to just put any offense it can up on the scoreboard here.
Usually a play like this is designed, you hear a coach talk about get big in the red zone, get big in the end zone, stretch out, 6'6". Usually there's a defender though, trying to create it's a little bit easier that time.
Baum out for the extra point. Prince will hold it. High snap. Nice job by Prince to bring it down, and the kick is up, and it is good. 1:23 to go in this game. It is Albany 55, Kentucky 37. So you kind of to bring a bigger, broader discussion, these were the 2 undefeated teams, right? This was the game kind of everybody was talking about, certainly after Kentucky won in walk-off fashion against Nashville last week on that wild play where Spencer was supposed to QB sneak it, fumbled the snap, pitched it to Prince, who turned around, pitched it to Epps, who ran in for the touchdown. So this was the game everyone wanted to see. Obviously, Albany's come out and asserted itself, 55-37 with a $1:22 to go. But your thoughts on the league as a whole as we play here in Week 5?
Albany is still the team to beat. There's some exciting matchups still on the way. The Cats from Nashville will play Albany later in this season. There's some matchups on Friday night coming here at MVP Arena, back-to-back Fridays. Albany's going to have a stretch where they're going to play 3 games in less than 14 days. So whether it's just fatigue, because we're looking at the guys now, look, it's the fourth quarter, less than 2 minutes to go. These guys are gassed. These are the actual wind sprints of the conditioning. But when you've got 3 games coming up in nearly a 14-day stretch, there'll be some obstacles still in the way for this Firebird team throughout the season.
Baum kicks it. It goes over the boards, under the nets. And so it will come back out.
The free kick went under the rebound structure by rule. The ball will be placed at the 20-yard line. First down, Albany.
So they really try to incentivize the ball to hit the net to get a play, coming back one way or the other, because that's the big thing about arena football, right? You're going this way, high-flying action. So since that ball went under the nets, it comes all the way out to the 20-yard line, kind of to penalize the kicking team, if you will. You want to keep that, want to keep that ball in play. You want some action on kickoffs, and we've seen some action tonight.
Yes, for sure. Special teams played a big factor in tonight's game as we get closer and closer to the 1-minute warning coming up. Likely Coach Ware's just going to run this out here, and Firebird fans get a chance to celebrate after the game.
That is the 1-minute
still remaining
timeout.
Undefeated squad.
This will be a full media timeout.
We've hit the 1-minute timeout here with Albany leading 55-37. So Albany's going to go, we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back. 1-minute warning. Albany leading 55-37.
You want soft?
Over the boards he goes.
Wrong building.
And it's a touchdown.
This is Arena Football 1. Walls, speed, impact. This game doesn't slow down.
Touchdown, Wolfpack!
It closes in. 8 men, nowhere to run. Hockey speed, football violence. Don't blink, because in here, the ball never dies. Watch Arena Football 1 live all weekend long.
You feel that? You feel it. It's that AF1. You feel it. What? Run for the city. Run. Rep your colors. Side by side. When the lights come on, we go high. AF1. The ball never dies.
Here we go again. That's going to leave a mark.
This is Arena Football 1.
This is what AF1 is all about.
The ball never dies.
He flipped over the wall and hung on.
The wall is waiting.
This is Arena Football 1.
No sideline.
He got lit up by the wall. That's going to leave a mark.
No way out.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
Because in here, the ball never dies.
So my very fondest memory
Back here in Albany, some scores from around AF1. A walk-off win for Washington as they take down Beaumont. And then Minnesota on the road at Michigan, an overtime win. So things tightening up a bit here as Kolka's pass to Dilworth on the near side Pass caught, skips over midfield, close to a first down. That'll keep the clock running. Final minute. Guys, this game was billed as, the game of the year so far in AF1, right? 4-0 Albany, 3-0 Kentucky. How would you assess kind of what played out here and how it lived up to the billing?
There's a significant difference now between Albany and Kentucky. It feels a little bit like that 2025 matchup between Albany and Billings, where Billings was thought about maybe being the biggest contender against this squad. Doesn't seem to be the case. Other teams will step up. Washington gave a better effort.
Yeah.
Almost pulled off the upset, but the Firebirds going to remain undefeated.
Albany won that game last week 42-34. Third straight road game, though, Coach Ware will tell you. That pass is complete for the first down, Dwayne Brown. And that should do it here for this game as the final seconds run off. The Firebirds victorious. Sam Castronova returns to the lineup, throws 6 total touchdowns, 3 running, 3 passing. And Albany, too much for Kentucky as the Firebirds improve to 5-0 with a 55-37 win over the Kentucky Barrels.
All 3 facets of the game: defense, offense, special teams, finding ways to score, and the storyline heading into it, rest or rust? Sam Castronova answered that question.
So that'll do it for our entire crew. And for Tom Gozlowski, I'm Andrew Santillo saying so long from the capital city, Albany, New York.